Yo, what's good in the hood? It's your boy, TWI, $T, Uncle Twist in the mix,
What's good? It's your boy Sincere, aka Sin, aka Sin Simma. Who got the keys to the Beamer?
You already know the boy get busy. You ask who is he? It's your boy Tizzy. Showtime. You already know what it is. Man Dem Podcast all day.
Follow the Man Dem Podcast at Man Dem Podcast. That's Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Toronto West End, done.
Is what it do. It's them boys in blue, and we ain't talking about 12.
Yeah. What up, man? You already know it's showtime. I apologize for my voice.
Sound like Barry White, B.
Nah, it's fucked up, man. It's been over a week now since I lost my voice. Since Atlanta, man. I was in the Waffle House with Ori. Shout out my little bro.
Too much knucking and too much bucket, eh?
None of that shit, man. Fuck it. Went there, ordered some food, and they're blasting the AC.
Outside the Waffle House. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Outside trouble inside the Waffle House. And then, fuck yeah. I'm like, yo, can you guys turn on the AC? And like, yo, they can't really control it like that. And I saw people like running to their whips to get like long sleeves and shit. But I'm like, yo, it's not gonna be that serious, yo. I woke up the next day, fucking no voice.
Yeah, you underestimated that.
Sick like oh my gosh. And that was just the whole rest of the fucking trip in Atlanta. Like, people would think, yo, I was at some concert and I saw Woo or maybe West Side Gun or something. I was yelling and snapping, yo. I never had a voice by the time those days came around. You know, so I'm still recuperating. So shout out. You already know what it is, man. So, I mean, we got some things to get into this week. A lot of hot topics.
Definitely. A lot of things to talk about.
Yeah, I'm going to let you sound off. See, I want to talk minimal right now.
Yeah, no, I feel you for that. So, you know, with Black Power and with protests and just kind of the prominence that it's holding right now
this is
in professional sports.
Social media. And
this before hashtags and everything. This is really kind of just putting your neck out there and standing on what you believe in, because professional athletes, they're just like the everyday Joe of people of color, you know. So even though they were gifted with a skill to make money and, you know, excel in what they're good in, best in the world, they see what happens to the everyday man, their fellow countryman, you know, everyone else going with their race. Like, basically what I'm talking about is at the Olympics, let me just pull that up, when they're at the Olympics about 50 years ago on the podium, both Tommie Smith and John Carlos were remembered for putting their hand up.
Right fist, left fist, black
exactly, gloves. In solidarity, saying
that pick is so epic, man.
Oh, it's so good, man. It's one of the best black and white picks I can think of. That in Muhammad Ali under the water training. I think those are like the two best black and white representative of power for black people that I could recall. And that speaks volumes of what's going on today. And that was 50 years ago. So on the bigger scale, what does this actually mean for people who don't know what we're talking about right now?
It kind of just shows that, you know, back in the day, a lot more was done with less. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got to think of such a powerful, such an impactful statement being done back in the day without any social media and no real internet or no pull board like that. That is always a monumental moment in the minds and the hearts of, you know what I mean, black people all around society and the world. That just wasn't just subjected to just being an event like the Olympics, and to know that people understood the magnitude and what it meant back then versus everybody fucking being up in arms with Kaepernick's stance at, you know, injustices and, you know, blatant signs of racism, but they try to divert it to disrespecting a fucking flag. I never heard them dudes saying they hate America or anything like that. They're saying they're hating what's happening within the country. Yep. But of course, once a black person speaks up, you motherfuckers found a way to flip the shit and make it about the flag. It's definitely not about the flag. Like, I mean, I don't see it being a disrespect to the flag. If anything, it's just knowing that. I mean, the words of that anthem don't really match the climate of the country. So, you know, salute for, you know what I mean, a lot more getting done back in the day, and those things resonate with us, you know what I mean?
Yep.
To the end of time, and to know that there's things that are reminiscent and, you know, kind of mirroring those kind of same stance, but aren't being met with the same open arms of general reception. They're just trying to manipulate the message and try to make it be about disrespecting a flag and all that. Like, even to this day, I have yet, and this is the first time in my life, I have not watched an NFL game. And I always watch the NFL from even...
You ain't lying, folks.
From even watching, I mean, the Bills lose those Super Bowls from when it was to the Giants and the Redskins, to back-to-back to
watch
the
this be their
Cowboys.
season.
I mean, Music City Miracles, when they fucked up Flutie. Like, I'm a diehard Bills fan, you know, and I ain't fucking with the NFL this year because enough, right? I can sit here and complain and kumbaya all the fuck I want, but then just going there and giving them my Thursdays and my Sundays and my Mondays still... I mean, I'm part of the problem.
Exactly, part of the solution, 100%.
I mean, so salute, man. And I mean, we always gonna make sure that day is remembered. And because, you know, we came from the era of getting taught our history through textbooks and having to look at the images and read the text, and, you know, just, you know, absorb the information generally like sponges back then. You know, it means more to us than just Googling that shit and, you know, not really taking it for what its real worth is. So salute. You know, that's why, you know, we rock the way we rock. When, you know, we really stand 10 toes down firmly on what we believe in.
Gotta stay solid.
Things like that, you know, even Muhammad Ali being vocal, using his platform, like a lot of dudes, you gotta think if those guys had the power of Instagram and Facebook, and
a lot more people would be like-minded.
Yeah, like, you know, you guys would be motivated by the right influence. It's so dope. I saw a clip the other day, and it was a dude that's dropping basic knowledge. He's talking about everyone that's just running out here calling themselves influencers, but what are you influencing if somebody leaves your page and doesn't feel better about themselves?
For real.
After that, like, if someone's just leaving your page and thinking that they need to get a better car, you're not influencing anything other than vanity. If someone comes to your page and then they see everything just, I mean, exposed and all that, then you're influencing that person to wear less clothes. Like, there's no real positive influence in the impact of making someone's life better. It's just more or less just tooting your own fucking horns, and a lot more people need to use their platforms to do, you know, things in a more substantial sense, just so, you know, the younger generation, you know, the self-entitled motherfuckers that act like they're a bunch of know-it-alls.
You know who you are.
You can crack those shells and those hard-headed and those ignorances, right? But just, we're the influencers. We're the ones where they're looking at, and all you keep showing is your fucking re-up, and all you keep showing is all this vanity and all these rollies and all this fucking hype beast shit, what you line up for and all that. That's some fuckery, man. Like, that's not, you're not influencing nothing but stroking your own vanities and insecurities. Like, say something and, you know, drop an impactful message, show love. That shit's free 99 without tax. And you motherfuckers need to really start doing that more for real, because you guys are influencing anything but fuckery and adding to the stereotypes that if black people got their shit for reparations, I mean, the 40 acres and the mule, we gonna fuck off on that Chappelle shit and make KFC stocks go up, reemergence of FUBU and Cadillac with ribs. Like, that's what it seems like, right? When people talk about black people being influencers, like, it's like we don't know any better, and that's because of that small percentage that just breaks through to the vast majority. You know, so things like us celebrating the 50-year anniversary for such a fucking and such an amazing, like, podium protest, man. Like, that
on a global stage too, like, so much reach, so much eyeballs watching. Like, just think if it was happening like right now with the way the world is with internet, if that like, and the fact that we're still talking about it 50 years later just shows that, that what they did resonated. Like, you know what, I don't really care what people think. We know what's going on. We're not naive to it. So, and
to know that those people did those things, that my people have been hosed down. My people have been told they can't use certain washrooms. Like, my people have been refused the right to sit at the front of the bus and all that. And I know that those rights were fought for without these channels and these easy cop outs. And then listen to me, man. Like, not everything that comes out of every organization called Black Lives Matters and all that mirrors the sentiments of all black people. Like, I know to get my point across without disrupting parades and all that kind of shit. Like, you don't have to go that avenue, you know what I mean? Like, the kind of attention you draw from that is just, black people like to be loud all the time, but that's why we have comedians like Kevin Hart and Shiggy Show and shit. They make those stereotypes be, humorous to a degree for white people, but let's stop fucking acting like it's a real life minstrel show for niggas and like we don't know how to behave better. You understand what I'm saying? Like, think about it too. Like, these people are gonna pump millions of dollars to everything we fucking do because to them it's entertaining at best. It's a minstrel show just with financial control now. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's amazing now to see that there are so many more channels and so many more ways to get your point across, and it's less fucking effective than it was 50 years ago when motherfuckers had to watch TV on black and white things with the antennas, and if your shit was bad you had to put fucking aluminum foil on that bitch and have somebody standing being a human
antenna. Heard it on the transistor radio.
That's how points got across back in the day. Now it's just a bunch of people with fucking opinions and 140 characters acting like they give a fuck for the moment and fucking off the next.
And a lot of excuses.
So salute, you know what I mean?
Yeah, big up for that, man. Keep fighting the good fight for sure. Switching gears. Tizzy smoking that la la la. Twist be smoking that la la la.
Hey, you ever seen that? I love that remix too.
Yeah, for real.
But Canada,
the trees,
the progressive. What's the first country? Is Uruguay? They said.
Yeah. Of course, Uruguay would get first nine because no one knows where they are on the map. But
everyone knows where Canada is.
Their soccer team's lit though.
Yeah, long before, and I mean, y'all gave credit to Drake, who we gonna get into a little later. But he's not exempt from any of this shit. He might get the idiot tick for the year. You know what I'm saying? But cannabis is now legal, and with that, I say that to say this: y'all need to fucking relax and act like y'all been somewhere before, because whatever and however you used to act when it wasn't legal, keep that same energy. Don't start smoking and fucking driving if you never done that shit before, never operated heavy machinery, none of that shit, because y'all motherfuckers gonna be liabilities. You need to relax.
Driving impairment, man.
This is not the green light for this human stupidity. You understand what I'm saying? Like, now you can just stand at a bus stop and burn it down and not get harassed. All right, cool, depending how much you have on you. But don't start getting reckless with it, just being in public, and you know that you're really a behind closed doors smoking weed type of dude. Don't do that shit in public where you start getting paranoid and hearing the street car go by and hearing the walking countdown. You start getting too keen in your senses, you get paranoid and start tripping out. Like, I've seen that shit happen, you know what I mean? So I just recommend everybody just, you know what I mean, just bask in the opportunity, but don't act brand new. A lot of things are legal as well, just like fucking voting.
Yeah, so you should be excited for that.
Amongst other things, right? So you guys want to hype up smoking weed like it's the beginning and end all. Know that it's not the first thing to be legal, and I mean, it's not anything of substance, really. Just act normal, though. Don't bring heat to yourself. The cops showed a fucking $240 ticket they gave to somebody who's driving with the weed in their car, and some heat shit, right? So it's legal but within control.
Exactly. It's not means it's open season, like act accordingly. And for the youngins, with the virgin lungs out there that think this
Cough
is
up a lung, where you from?
So think they got a free ticket just to kind of try. Just be mindful of where you're getting your stuff from, because not everything is potent and natural as it may seem, because you don't want to be smoking no lace, nothing, and really put you on a mind trip. So in the school system, they're gonna do their part, but you just got to use common sense, man, and just know
and like, this is gonna be just like how cigarette smoking in public at first used to be. Just, have some fucking decency and don't be that self-entitled fuck that you can't tell me what to do. No, you don't smoke around kids. Put that shit out. You see kids coming,
or walk somewhere else.
Don't smoke around the elderly unless they're gonna ask you to hit that, and you can really humor them like that. Like, just know your respects and your boundaries. Just like when motherfuckers smoking cigarettes, they have to move away from certain doors. Like, you can't smoke. within the close proximity of any school zone, shit like that. Respect that. So I'm trying to say, because a lot of times you can give people things, but no matter you gave it to them, they fuck it up and you got to take it away. Don't make that be one of those things, because let's say they pass laws, I mean, they can rescind them shit. Niggas can fucking, go back on their word on some whole shit. Like,
yeah, Indian giving, you know what I mean?
Well, I didn't want to say that.
I know, not bad, but you know what we're getting at.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't gotta move like you live east of Sherborne, you know what I mean? Just
we should really start staying east of Broadview, man.
I don't know, man. Just it's a different climate, but just respect people. You know what I mean, like people are keen to that smell and want their clothes reaching and that shit. It's cool. Just be respectful. That's what I'm saying. Like, act like you've done this before. Like when Barry Sanders used to get the touchdowns for the Detroit Lions, he used to hand the ball to the ref. He walks in the end zone all the time. He's done this before. Don't act like you're smoking weed and all of a sudden like it's something like if you never did that shit before on IG, don't start doing it now.
Yeah.
Because now it's legal. Now your parents co-sign on that. Like, relax. Like, just be yourself. That's all I'm saying. This works out for everybody. It works out better for the people that are smoking this shit anyways. It works out better because now a bunch of people about to catch some pardons. You know what I mean? For the little low consumption they had, and they had to do some small time and get hit with a charge for that. But so there's good that comes from it. Don't fuck it up on a whole ass shit. That's all I'm asking.
It's a major win for everybody as long as you act right. So just be mindful of your surroundings. That's all we ask.
Who give it, take it away, and we don't want to make the government get on some weird shit.
Not at all. They already take enough from us. But the bars. I mean, the bars are always there and alive. But nowadays in the climate of music, rap music specifically, you really gotta fine tooth through them.
Rap is ruined by a bunch of fucking hipsters, emo ass dudes, dress weird motherfuckers. Rap was ruined by weirdos, and I'm gonna talk about a weirdo later on, but let's talk about the good shit that we've been blessed with in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, man.
Dearly beloved.
The young boy, Dave East with Panero, man.
That nigga has won me over ever since phone jumping with Wiz Khalifa. Yeah. And I've just been having to pay attention really since, and even going back and paying homage to some shit, because you and my bro, shout out Carlington, have been really trying to get me on Dave East. So I know. Certain times, like his flow never really changes.
That's the one Quan people have with him.
So I wasn't really drawn to him in a sense, but he talks some real shit. Even fucking Peter Pan. I think I mentioned Peter Pan like several times on his shit. Yeah. Like, yo, that
Storytelling 101.
Dropped when I was in Atlanta, him and Styles, and yo, that shit was like, I woke up in the morning to that shit for the rest of my trip, bro. Like, what?
So what's your take on all of it, man?
Yo, that's up there, man. I mentioned that with Victory Lap. I mentioned that with Daytona. Oh my God, Psy still gets thrown in there because he came out in the later part of 2017. But that gets like good best album of the year type of consideration with me. You know what I mean? Network 5, the homie Young Chris. I mean, a lot of classic shit has come out, and Dave East and Styles P have contributed positively to that. Salute for the bars, the real grimy, gruddy, that mean Tim Wearing, baggy jeans, that mean Army fatigue jacket with the bucket hat type raps. None of this fucking weird shit where there's rules that are convenient to niggas' emotions. Fuck that shit. Everything on that shit bumps. Press play, like that shit rap.
Yeah, no skippables, man. Like if you're a real hip hop head and you understand the essence of how it's supposed to sound.
Those still exist? Real hip hop heads?
I don't know. Everybody's so quick to throw legend to everybody.
So Pusha T, Drake beef has shown me a lot about people's hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hip hop for that lack of a better term. But yeah, get listen to Beloved. It's all out on all major platforms. If you haven't done yourself, you're doing yourself a disservice if you haven't taken that in. So jump on that.
Yeah, please do, man, all day, every day.
Yeah, so as always in fall season, not only is good TV coming back on and, other big things, big movies coming out off of the blockbusters and all that, but the NBA's back, man. Preseason's over. NBA open nights in the books.
Dun, 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 dun. NBA back. NBA back, yeah, I'm happy as fuck, man. This is the one sport, other than, I'm not gonna lie, like, one more whole ass shit. They mean one more whole ass shit. They mean on some friggin', one more whole ass shit on some friggin' dudes. making some super teams and shit, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying, for the most part. But I'm glad, man. Like I'm excited. It started out right, you know, because everyone that knows me, that's the thing. Right? A lot of people know of. A lot of people don't know me though. I'm a big Spurs fan, and that's since Jordan, you know what I mean, really made his last retirement, his real one on the Bulls, not the Washington one.
That was not that one.
Though after the 6th ring, I mean, I really started gravitating towards Pop. And David Robinson, Sean Elliott, and even that Nick Van Exel. Don't let me start. Rodman had on one of them shits. I'm just saying where my San Antonio shit goes forth, right? So I'm a big Spurs fan. So to see DeRozan have the night that he had, I mean, I'm happy because, you know, he got the short end of the stick when it came to being too loyal to a purpose that wasn't reciprocating that. But the Raptors are a better team than Kawhi. I'm not going to front. I just wish they could have got him and not, I mean, sever those ties so on the wrong foot with DeMar. But the Raptors are the fucking team in the East. I hear all this whole shit about Boston and, you know, all this shit about, you know, Philly. That's cool, man. But had it not been for LeBron, I don't really see anyone stopping the Raptors last year. You know? So now that he's out the picture, all the way to the next conference, probably would have to buck him in the finals. The Raptors at least make the Eastern Conference Finals this year. I'm saying I've been to the Eastern Conference Finals and watched the Raptors. They did get slapped up by 35 points that time in Cleveland, but
Cleveland won't even say
that. Tristan Thompson was talking all that fake tough guy shit too. Yeah, you see that one we was talking about? We're still the team to beat. You saw what we did to Boston, Toronto. They don't want it. Like, shut the fuck up. Really?
And go babysit.
That was you. That wasn't LeBron, bro. Cause now I want to see you evolve. Because now Kevin Love's your go-to guy.
They're throwing light on the side, by the way.
And we all see what JR can do. I saw
anything is possible,
even that video clip I see, man, that I had to post where someone was playing the 2K and they had him in a Henny jersey, but it's a Lakers shit, and he stole the ball from LeBron.
Yeah, the internet's undefeated still, man.
Always, bro. But nah, man. Honestly, I see the Lakers dethroning the Warriors.
Oh yeah,
because
I can't LeBron out.
Because legit, like Clay's sacrificed enough. You know, Clay has 3 rings now. Right? Yeah. But he can be a fucking starter at a 28-point team, 28 points a game on any other team in the NBA. You want him to take less for a cause? Nah, like Durant coming over there fucked up that whole dynamic. And the first sacrificial dude was Harrison Barnes in a sense. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Essentially, but you know what I mean? But Harrison Barnes had to, you know what I mean, friggin'
And he went over to Dallas.
Get sacrificed to get to the KD sweepstakes and shit. But
so there's always sacrificial lambs. Business.
But you know, now Klay Thompson ain't gonna do that for what?
Yeah,
he's already taking the back seat. He's not even like the 3rd, 4th option really. You know what I mean? Certain days it's really Steph, KD, Draymond try to act, and then Klay. I mean, it's just too much different variables, and he can go off of 40 before halftime. You know what I mean? So I say he goes where he can go and get that bag. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's selfish. He's not selling out anything. Just don't join the ops like Kevin Durant. That's still the whole ass move ever. And I don't give a fuck who's okay with that. You just don't know what it's like to be in the trenches with your brothers and see them do some whole ass shit. I've seen that, and I haven't seen the evolution of a DJ since. You know what I mean? But that's all. I'm excited for the NBA, man.
Me too. Like, it's going to be quite exciting, I think.
It is. You already know.
Because it's kind of wide open, especially in the East. So I'm hoping the finals looks a lot different than, what we've been accustomed to.
Yeah, and that's so too. Even when Jordan had his reign, it was different, right? Like Jordan had to go through Phoenix. He had to go through Portland.
Yep.
He had to go through the Lakers. He went through the Supersonics. He went through Jazz twice.
Yeah.
was a different finals. Those one thing variable stayed the same, but that's because I was the best motherfucking player ever. Like, I understand LeBron's in an element now, but there's been finals without LeBron in them. Not for like the better part of what? A good 9+ seasons, I think. But he's been in the league for longer than that. So it can show that if he has to carry the load too much, he can't be ousted. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to see a different. I thought last year it might be Houston and Toronto.
Yeah.
And that fucked up all of us.
Chris Paul didn't get injured. Maybe things might look different right now.
Coulda, shoulda, what could have been.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They ain't looking that much better this year. That Melo's cancer teams, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Man. Melo's getting his karma for fucking up Denver, man.
Yeah.
Denver and New York.
Yeah, following him everywhere, every stop now, man.
Because when he came to New York, he was supposed to be the second guy behind Stat. Shout out to Amari.
He was balling before.
And then, yeah, right? And then that's when he's still fresh off of his first chance to prove himself after Nash, right? So that everything's working and bada boom, bada bing, and then this ISO motherfucker comes out of nowhere, fuck the whole function. But even when he got injured, then you guys wanted to burst something called Linsanity, which was also embarrassing when that shit came to Toronto and y'all cheered for him winning the game, buzzing shot on our home squad. Fuck that shit. Y'all get the heat y'all think for that.
Exactly.
Whoever fucking cheered.
Loyalty,
but
man.
They were winning without Carmelo at that point.
Yeah.
The dad Tony and shit. He comes back, they start fucking off. Carmelo needs to evolve his game or just go get the bag and start getting veteran minimums or something. Like, he needs to evolve his game and realize that, you're not that guy. Good, he's being humble, he has to come off the bench. Now, you need to take that lesser role and maybe, evolve yourself. Like, if anything, a lot of your brethren from your draft class have gotten, not a lot, but a few of them have gotten, rings and shit. Maybe just take the Vince Carter role now. Vince Carter's the OG, but Vince Carter still could drop 17, 18 a game. Granted, you're not that old, but your game's not matured, and there's no evolution to who Carmelo is as a player.
Exactly.
None. He just wanted, before KD maybe, he may have had a chance to be scoring champ. Win to be all-time leading scorer in the NBA, but that's either going to go to KD or Giannis.